Chandika. So, how was your week last week?
My quite busy actually. Quite busy. Glad I'm not in Colombo. I'm in Namulla today.
Oh,
Uh, Came to chill out a bit, but yeah, mm, talk about talk about stuff, random stuff today.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm after a hike, so I didn't take a bath
Really?
yet. I just
Like
came
in
here.
Dambula, like how long was the hike?
Uh,
I think I saw some photos of you going on a bike, but I don't know about a hike.
Oh, no, that was in the morning.
Okay, okay.
So went on a small hike. It's not a massive place. It's just like a small hill. You can't really call it a hike, but yeah, it's just a
Well, well,
climbed a small hill.
working
Let's put it that
working
way.
from home from Dambula sounds good.
Yeah, sounds. Yeah,
Well,
it actually it. I mean, it actually is. For some reason, we were really productive yesterday. For some reason, I don't.
really?
We were totally focused on the work. Probably because it was a change of environment.
Yeah, right. Like
Could be
it's
that.
it's it's usually very nice when you have a change of environment. It's like you don't have the usual
Have
distractions.
focus.
Definitely for you guys
Exactly.
because you live in the center of the city, kind of.
Yeah. My God. So distracting.
Well, for me, nothing
Especially the
much. Yeah.
buses honing around
Mm,
and all that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about you? What about you? How was your week?
For me, nothing much. I actually had a call with my future employer, kind of.
Oh,
But
okay.
just like a discussion about some kind of change in like the tasks and roles, kind of.
Oh,
But that was
okay.
good.
Okay.
Apart from that, I'm working with my brother these days with his startup, so I was helping them build some trackers to like what do you call them, to categorize the clients that they have, and
Mm-hmm.
regarding maintenance, like the due dates and all, to have put it in a Google sheet
Mm-hmm.
for them to track easily. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just helping them with that
Right.
this week. That's
Right.
the kind of work that I'm doing. Apart from that, I was on my free time I play some games on the PlayStation.
Oh,
And
what games? I'm interested.
these days I'm
Is
playing
is it a
Black
PS4,
Ops 3.
PS5,
It's a PS4. It's a
PS5?
PS4. It's a
All right.
PS4. These days I'm
Okay.
playing Black Ops 3, but it's not my
Okay.
type of game. I usually prefer games
RPGs.
like Uncharted,
RPGs.
Uncharted, and
Oh, right. Answered.
yeah,
Okay.
and Tomb Raider. These are my type of games. So I'm thinking of buying the Nathan Drake collection. Like,
PS.
yeah, P,
Oh,
P,
oh, dude,
P,
like I'm a massive fan of Uncharted, right? So I
mm,
played the first three, right, which was on the PS3.
mm.
But I didn't go for the PS4. So my plan is to
Uh,
get the PS5 and sort
yes,
of
yes,
replay
yes,
everything
yes.
like full quality.
PS.
So, dude, like imagine I've been avoiding spoilers for
Really?
Uncharted.
I mean, Uncharted
Uh,
4, right? Or is there a new one? I
Uncharted
don't
4,
know.
yeah, Uncharted 4. No, no, no. Uncharted 4, and there was another Uncharted that came after. That was not like a full game per se,
Okay,
but
okay.
that was sort of like a game. It's with the two female characters. I can't remember their names now.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
But I really love
mm,
I really love those games. It's just the concept of it. Like you have to do something. You have to like it's not like you don't. It's not just shooting and killing people. It's you have
mm,
to search
mm,
for some stuff. There are hints. You have to solve certain puzzles.
exactly. It's a
These
treasure hunting game. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. And then I think
and dude, like that's one of the few games that it's actually funny, right? It's the game is I don't know, man. Like I played like all these sorts
I
of games. They are very very so let's
yeah,
take
yeah,
Call
yeah,
of
yeah,
Duty for
yeah.
example.
True,
Right?
true, true, true. Yes, yes.
It's it's really funny.
This has
It's
a
really funny, but
this has a storyline,
uh,
and they do jokes inside it, and it's yeah, it's there.
exactly. I mean
I
that helps you relate to the characters very easily,
Yes,
right? I
yes,
mean,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
sort of
exactly.
human as well.
I played one of the previous Uncharted games. I can't remember which one. My brother had a PS3 some time ago, and I played one Uncharted game in it. I can't remember which number, like which.
You remember the story?
No, 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 I can't. I
Was it
played
about
the
was it about not what do you call not Shangri-La, what do you call it?
Mm,
It's called Shangri-La, right? The no, is it that? The whole was it was he trying to find some massive gemstone sort of
no,
thing?
no. I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
This was probably 6-7 years ago, or even more. I'm not sure, so I can't remember. I recently played the
Okay.
fourth
Okay.
Uncharted game, and that was,
Don't tell me anything.
yeah. I'm
Don't
not
tell me
gonna.
anything.
It's good. It's good. And it has a long story, so you can play it for, like, if you, I don't know, if you play for 3-4 hours a day, you can go for, like, I don't know, a week, kind of. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's quite long.
yeah. It's quite long, and yeah, it was really nice. And then you can increase the difficulty level if you want, but it's the normal difficulty is good enough usually.
Yes, to start off, I guess. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, the enemies in Uncharted tend to be like bullet sponges. They just don't die
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to like shoot them a million times. I mean, also I mean, even sometimes even headshots, you need to like fire 2 headshots to kill a bugger. Right? It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
in Call
Mhm.
of Duty or anything.
Like usually,
So,
I can't remember whether they have what is called auto aim, aim assist, right? Aim assist.
aim, I'm not probably they do. I'm not
I
really
can't
sure on that.
remember. And yeah, it's like in Call of Duty games you have aim assist, but I can't remember whether they have aim assist in Uncharted. Anyway, okay.
Since when did we become a gaming podcast?
We are
Oh man,
good.
we are gonna be. We shouldn't brand that because we are neither of us are probably professional gamers. We just play
No,
it
no,
for the
no.
fun of it.
Yeah, we are very, very, very casual gamers. Like
Very
once in
casual
a blue
gamers,
moon
yeah,
gamers, but nothing more than that.
exactly.
So
Right.
we'll start our main topics then. Before that, we'll get people, welcome people then. So welcome to the proper first episode
Hi
of
people.
our podcast. And you guys might have gone
What's it
through
called? What's it
the
called?
pilot episode, and it was quite an experiment for us. We now have a logo and we have our name, the day-to-day podcast. So you can see
Welcome
our
to the day
you can see
today.
our logo on the bottom right corner of the video as well. So make sure to remember it, and you can of course look up this podcast on different platforms: Spotify, Google Podcasts, and different other platforms, and probably soon in Apple Podcasts as well. Unfortunately, the Spotify doesn't have its podcast feature in Sri Lanka at the moment. So as soon as it becomes available, you can listen to
That's good.
podcasts through Spotify as well. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Then
Looking forward
we
to that.
what?
Looking
Then
forward to that.
yeah. True. They should like quickly get to this. Like otherwise, it's a waste of the subscription if they don't have podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, I still actually didn't try out Spotify, to be honest with you.
Really?
I'm probably maybe I'm too lazy to switch
No.
to. I mean,
What
dude,
I mean.
I'm fine with Apple Music, right?
What I did was I still have
Dude,
my
why?
Apple Music subscription, and I got like a family subscription for Spotify, and I got like six
Uh-huh.
people on board for the subscription. So I pay like 150
Okay.
rupees for the Spotify subscription, and like something like
That's
500
cheap.
for the Apple subscription. If I want to cancel, I'll cancel in the future. So it's both
Cancel
of
in the
them
future.
are
Okay.
there at the moment.
Maybe, dude. Now, since we started this podcast, we should probably try out more things, right? We can't just. I should try it out.
Yes.
No, actually, I've already tried, but I'm actually too lazy to try it out. Actually, I mean, I'm fine with Apple Music the way it is.
Yeah.
Call me an
It's
Apple
I
fan.
think
I'm not a
Apple Music
fanboy. I'm not a
has
Apple
a
fan.
slightly higher audio quality. I don't know. I just compared the same song side by side on both apps. It's just, I don't know. It's the
Okay.
noise level, the volume is kind of the same, but Apple Music, the
Mm-hmm.
it sounds fuller. I don't know, something like this. Like it's more I don't know,
Okay.
you feel it on your head more than Spotify. I don't know how to exactly put it to
Probably
words.
dude. That's the thing. I mean,
It's very subjective, probably.
it's a
Yeah.
subtle difference, right? It's a
Yeah.
subtle difference, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
I
But if
mean,
it's only if you
probably
compare.
audio. Exactly. I mean, you have to be like a proper audiophile to probably figure out the difference, right? So for the
Yeah.
common guy, I'm saying for the common
Yeah.
guy, I mean,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
happy with what you're using, just use it. If you
Yeah.
want to go
Like I
something,
was I
that's
was
fine.
only keeping I was only going to keep my Apple Music because I downloaded like a full playlist while I was in Sweden, so I don't have to download it again on data, like the listen on.
Oh,
But then I
hmm.
recently I like signed out and signed in again just to see what it'll do, and it deleted all the downloads, and I have to delete it like download it all over again, like on Apple
Seriously.
Music. So yeah, disappointed with that, but what to do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's Apple, I guess.
I think on Spotify it doesn't happen. I think I'm not sure.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay,
But I
okay.
think still Spotify is number one, right? So okay, let's talk about that.
It's
Otherwise, you're
okay.
gonna stick to
Yeah.
Spotify and yeah.
Okay. So we have again two topics to discuss today, and the first topic we're gonna talk about is regarding Google. So Google recently announced that they are going to phase out third-party cookies usage. So third-party
Mhm.
cookies, again, this might be a term that is familiar to tech-savvy people, but maybe
Mhm.
not so much to people who are just very casual users, like computer users. So I thought we should be explaining what cookies are before going ahead with this description, or like what we are going to talk about today. So cookies, this is what I took like from the a website that we like are going to reference later on. The cookies allow advertisers to track you as you move between different websites, which gives advertisers a better idea of what your interests are. So this was on Verge. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know if a lot of people go to like this website to check tech information, but usually tech
Mhm.
enthusiasts do. So it's a very trustworthy website. So it's
Right.
essentially a kind of method to understand of the user as like like to create a profile of this user based on their interests, and through these
Mhm.
interests they provide advertisements through the web browsers or different websites.
So
Hmm.
yeah, so cookies. I believe cookies. Yeah, I mean that your explanation is 100% correct. But probably cookies weren't invented. I mean that wasn't the intended purpose of cookies. I'm guessing, right? So cookies were there before all these advertising
Yeah.
stuff happened.
It
it,
was
it
it
it was
was
sort of kind of like an identifier to it was more sort of, I think, to remember your preferences when you log back into a site,
Yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
it can sort of
Exactly. Initially, it was
populate the
just
preferences accordingly.
like for an example, if you go to a website, they save certain commonly used elements on the computer
Hmm.
itself, so that when you go to the website again, it loads much faster rather than
Exactly.
like loading it again from scratch. So that was the initial usage of cookies, but later on these data, they used it to personalize and cater advertising through different platforms. So right now, mostly bigger companies like Google, Facebook, or Apple use these uh, cookies to cater like advertisements to you, and the creating of this profile of you for advertising is called fingerprinting. And in certain browsers right now, I think Firefox and also Safari, they have actually uh, disabled fingerprinting by different means. I think Firefox is
Mhm.
more aggressive in disabling fingerprinting, so they don't let people create a profile around you when you are using the web through Firefox. But Chrome is a big
Okay.
user
Okay.
for fingerprinting, and this is what they're going to cancel out in the future with this. Probably what they're saying is they're going to reduce it in the next 2 years. And
Right. Okay. So what are they going to replace it with? What's the I mean, come on, Google has an incentive to track people, right? They
yeah,
are they are main
of
one of their
course,
main
it's like
revenue is from advertising, right?
yeah.
They are not
People
going to
are
be
yeah, people are trying to praise Google at this moment because they are kind of they say that they are focusing on privacy, user privacy, but It's definitely not what what they're doing right now from my point of view. So right now Google Chrome actually has let me see the statistics, 63.59% of overall web browser usage in the world. So they have more than 50% definitely. So the largest web browser usage is on Chrome. And if Google changes one of their technologies, that means the whole internet has to adjust to their standards. That this is like the Apple effect, kind of, when they remove the headphone jack, these kind of innovations. So their replacement essentially is called
Well,
yeah,
removing the headphones, like, you can't really call it innovation, but
yeah. It's not innovation, but this is they kind of set a trend, and everyone had to follow, or everyone wanted to follow, because
yeah.
they made it look like it's important. Uh, and what they are going to replace, like what Google is introducing, is called Privacy Sandbox. So Privacy Sandbox is going to replace personal profiles. Like right now they create a profile around your personal preferences, but Privacy Sandbox puts you into a common group of people who have similar preferences. So they can't identify of you as like a person. They won't identify these are Chandika's preferences or these are Nilanka's preferences, but they will put you into a group which have similar preferences and push advertisements through this group. So they will
So
create.
essentially, I'll have a, instead of having a personal tag, I'll have I'll be like segregated to some segment, right? I'm like probably an age category, or
Yes.
no, I mean, it bit more complex than that. Maybe
Yeah.
a few variables you would fall under. Like, say you have 10 variables, and probably a mix of 10 would be your category.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, that's how it's going to be.
Like that.
But it's like it's just adding one layer of privacy for you.
Just exactly.
Nothing
Exactly.
more
Like,
than that.
it's nothing, but I mean, it's something, I guess, right? Something is better than, you can't probably really not have tracking as well, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like this, right? So I actually, now with this whole issue, when WhatsApp announced that they're gonna cancel the license, not cancel the license, right? Probably stop the service if you don't accept their user license agreement and all that, right? I also sent this message out to people. I know you did, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always always in the middle. I try to see what's
Yeah.
wrong and what's right. I don't try to take any side in the beginning, right? So I just see how it plays out. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, most of the people who I send that to, right, they were like, dude, I mean, I don't mind getting tracked, right? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's people don't mind it, because one thing is, like, let's say, for example, right, uh, tracking has improved to a certain level, right? So let's say these days I'm like searching for TV to buy, right? So I just did a few Google searches on TVs, right? Now all the ads I'm being served are about TV deals and all that.
Exactly.
It can be helpful, right?
Yeah.
It can be helpful, right? Which can be helpful. It was actually quite helpful. I found a few of the models that I was looking for and all that. But I mean, it can be a bit creepy as well.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. There's a level of helpful and creepy.
Yeah.
When it goes creepy, like when it gives you results of what you speak about, and sometimes very randomly what you think about, then
Yeah, that gets creepy. I'll admit that.
that gets creepy.
So
And
I mean, it's about price. So it's like this, right? So why I mean, there's a like a people there's an argument for and against, like this, right? So what people I usually think is, there's someone out there with a lot of information about you, and the potential danger is that someday they might do something about it, something with it, rather, right? That's the danger, right? So nothing really has happened right now, right? Like, something might happen in the future, right? So what we are essentially trying to prevent is something that's going to happen in the future, right? So I mean,
it's
we need probably
the thing is, right now, let's say in Sri Lanka, for us, at the moment there's no immediate threat, because let's say our government or our, let's say, IT infrastructure is not at that level to use this data to do something. Maybe this is what I assume. For an example,
Mm-hmm.
but in countries like, let's say, the US or in Europe or in China, which is happening right now, they
Mm-hmm.
obviously use
Mm-hmm.
this data to
Yeah.
do surveillance with regarding certain people. They can and they have the ability to do it. There's a lot of jokes going on now how FBI is listening to your calls. It's we don't know how true it is,
Mm-hmm.
but for a lot of people to speak about it in that sense, there might be some truth to it. I don't know, but there might be. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Might be right.
yeah. I'm just might be. It's still a meme right now, but they definitely have the capacity to do it if they want to,
That's
right? So right now, Sri Lankans,
right.
let's say, they don't have anything to worry about regarding your profile being used in differences, but it is definitely being used for advertising. Like for an example, my sister, she was planning to buy a phone, and she was I think searching for it on just Google. Uh, she didn't get an advertisement through a website, but she got an advertisement through a Sri Lankan the service provider itself. The let's say, what was it, Dialog or Mobitel? I'm not sure. They sent like an advertisement saying this phone is available through these shops or whatever. They sent an advertisement, so they are using.
What?
Yes, yes, yes.
Dude, that's
She got an SMS.
okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
they
Okay. That's messed
maybe
up.
not all the companies are using, but
So,
definitely telcos are using the data for to a
so
lot of things.
I'll give you an example, right? So, I mean, there are lists. So, like, you sign up for certain things, right? I mean, you sign up for certain things when you go for like an event and all that. I mean, you put in your name and
Yeah.
put in your details, right? Um, Sometimes those lists get sold to people
Yeah, yeah.
as contacts. So I'm not gonna name any names, right? I don't want to accuse anyone without
Like
solid proof. But,
mhm.
I've seen that happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These days,
So I mean,
especially, like every shop that you go to, you have to write your name, your phone number. Most of the shops, you have to give
oh yeah,
your personal
oh,
details.
dude, that's like a massive disaster, man. Oh,
Yes.
dude.
I mean,
So rather than what I do is I scan, right? So the shop
yes,
doesn't have my information.
yes. I
It's
got to
the
know this
government,
recently.
someone who has it, right? So that's probably less.
Yes.
It's still risky, but it's less
Yeah.
risky.
You're still giving people information of which shop you're going
Yeah,
to and your contact
yeah,
details, because probably the
yeah.
QR code is different for each shop. I hope so. I think so.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
so the people who collect the QR information knows again about you to a certain extent there as well. But probably it's like, probably you can trust them not to do shady things compared to signing your
Mhm.
name on every shop that you go to, and giving your phone number and like your address to them. You have to write your address as well. Yes, yeah, yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
messed up these days.
address, phone number, name, and your NIC.
Hmm. Yeah, so like when I talk to people about this, similar to you, I was talking to people about this, like about privacy and what they are thought about it. What they're saying is my data is already gone now. I don't care about it anymore. Like,
Oh yeah, that's another argument, right? They're like,
frustrates
okay, dude,
me.
but they already have it. What can I do about it?
Yeah, it's already
I
gone
mean,
to all the
I mean,
companies.
you can't really argue with that as well, right? I mean, it has to.
But
Okay, it's like this, right? There's a set of people until something actually happens that is like tangible,
Mhm.
right? They won't do anything. They won't act,
Yeah, yeah,
right? I mean, and that's to a certain extent fair, I guess,
yeah,
right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
they
yeah,
can't be. I mean, there are so many going on right around the world. I
yeah,
mean, you can't care about every damn thing.
yeah, yeah. True,
So
true,
I
true,
mean,
true.
in it'll come into their radar as long as something happens to
Mm.
someone
Yeah, yeah,
specifically, not creepy stuff like
yeah,
when you
yeah,
say something you get an ad, nothing like that.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
someone is probably kidnapped
yeah, yeah.
or probably killed based on
Mm-hmm. Like
maybe like
very
a face,
severe
like that
thing
has
happened for
happened
them to. Yeah.
as well.
I mean, Facebook, for
Not
an
so
example.
that okay.
Yeah,
To,
Fa- Facebook has probably supported a lot of things like that, which people are not that much aware of. Probably a lot. Like these Facebook
probably could
groups,
be, yeah.
it's just
I mean, they were
it's
accused,
not the
they were
platform's
accused
fault,
of.
to be honest. Most of the time it's not the platform sharing information, it's people, stupid people on the platform most of the time, and they do stupid things and get like in trouble, some of trusting the platforms too much, most of the time. but platform wise, still
Exactly.
it hasn't happened. Like in India,
Exactly.
for an example, they are requesting data from Twitter. Like some, like governments are trying to control these platforms, but I don't know when they'll turn over. But there's
Mhm.
still a resistance. In the US, Facebook is very happy to help the government, as far as I know. Most other companies are not.
Mhm.
But other countries are not
Mhm.
actually, they don't have the ability to push Facebook that much, because I think Facebook only helps the US government because they get a lot of benefits by doing that in the country. I don't know the exact details, but probably because they are situated their taxes and all that shit. So probably those reasons are making them, say yes to whatever the government is saying. But right now, other companies are probably not that
No,
lenient.
no, I think so. Facebook, I think the reason why they're saying, I don't know, this is just something that I
Mm.
noticed, right? I mean, there was a whole debate, not a, I'm not sure what you call it, like a hearing. Yeah, there was a hearing
Ah, yeah, yeah.
with
This.
Apple, Google,
Mm-mm.
Facebook, and was it Twitter? Was Twitter the other one? Right?
Probably.
About, yeah, right. So it's like this, right? In that argument, someone will have to lose, right?
Yeah.
The government will not take the loss, right?
Mm.
Definitely. That's I mean, more or less guaranteed, right? So they will punish someone to at least show people that they're doing
Yeah, yeah.
something, right? I doubt it will be Apple, right?
Mm.
I highly doubt that it will be Apple, because I mean, Apple always talks about privacy and all that. I mean, the case against them is sort of something like anti-competitive behavior,
Mm.
right? But that's just one thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And for Facebook, it's more towards privacy, right?
Mhm.
But when it comes, so it wasn't Twitter, it was Amazon. Sorry,
Ah,
it
okay,
was Amazon,
Amazon.
not Twitter.
Yeah,
Uh, Amazon, right?
they're in another mess these days.
So so I mean, all these guys have like one accusation against them, right?
Mm.
So Apple is anti-competitive, Google doesn't respect privacy, it sort of mixes, it sort of pushes advertisements to you.
Mm.
AWS, again, I think not AWS per se, but Amazon,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the site, it's a bit anti-competitive. It sort
Mm.
of
Mm.
takes ideas from
And they
smaller players
have
and
issues with
make
labor these days.
brand it as Amazon Basics and sells it, right?
Yes, yes.
So they are under anti-competitive. But Facebook has like all these accusations against them, right? So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
anti-competitive, they mess with privacy, they
yeah.
start riots, and they have a lot of things
Ah,
stacked
yeah,
against
yeah,
them,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? So I
Like
have a feeling Facebook might, I don't know.
Facebook might take a hit, like, because these days
Go ahead.
they are trying to break up the company, if I can remember correctly. Like not the company, but the government is
Mm-hmm,
trying to
mm-hmm,
break Facebook because they have a lot, like they have a big
mm-hmm.
foothold within messaging, social
Exactly,
media.
exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the other thing, right? So now, I mean, they were talking about all these, breaking up Google, breaking up AWS, and all that, right? You can't break up Google, right? It doesn't really
Mm.
make sense. I mean, so this comes from the time where was it Standard Oil back in the early 1900s? That was like the largest. So this whole monopolistic behavior
Mm.
came from them, right? They started buying up all the oil refineries, and they had like this massive monopoly over oil prices. So anytime a competitor would come in, they'll just like it's a massive price for, right? So the small guy doesn't even have a chance. He'll lose like millions and millions until his competitor goes out of business and acquire the competitor
Mm, mm, mm.
and get even bigger, right? So that's like like a gist of what they did. So they could easily break them down, because I mean, if you break down an oil company, it's just a small
Yeah,
oil company,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's nothing massive. But I mean, if you break down Google,
Mm, mm.
right, it's not that simple, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have search on one end, you have the storage service
They're
on
very
one
much
end, right? I
interconnected.
mean, you can have that as you can theoretically have it as
Yeah,
separate
yeah,
services,
yeah.
but they are probably works together, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really make sense. There is no other Google
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, right? But there, I mean, at that time there were other oil companies out there,
Mm.
and it was a feasible thing to start up. It was like established business model and all that, right? So it's like the banks, right? I mean, the
Yeah, yeah,
banks,
yeah.
right? I mean, they lost millions, billions and billions of dollars in the 2008 financial crisis, and I mean this got bailed out.
Yeah.
So I mean they won't touch. So but you can do that with Facebook, right?
Yeah. Facebook
You can
has
break it up.
different
No one's gonna
products. They
care.
have
It's
they have
just
different
other
products. Yeah.
exactly. So
Instagram.
it's easier to break it up, right?
Mm. Hopefully, if they break up, then there'll
So
be
I
more safety or like privacy support, I guess, because
Mhm.
in US, I don't know when they'll actually take an action, but EU is very known to take huge actions against for privacy,
Oh,
and
they're like, oh my god,
yeah,
very strict on that.
yeah. And they have a very tough mindset on privacy, and hopefully if this mindset spreads to other countries, other regions, then this agenda will push more. The problem is the US is very capitalistic, and they probably
Mm.
wouldn't push a massive agenda for privacy. Maybe they'll do what
Yeah,
you do, like small efforts, they'll try to break down Facebook just as an example,
exactly,
but
exactly.
nothing more than that.
They're not, I have a feeling they won't touch Google, they won't touch
Yeah,
Apple, or even
it's a gold mine for
Amazon,
them.
right? I
Like
mean,
it's essentially their economy. Most of their economy, like Google, Facebook, and Apple, they won't touch it. And they have a huge like they there's nothing similar in that scale anywhere else.
exactly.
So yeah, maybe Samsung, maybe for Apple against Samsung. It's but still.
Mm, dude, Samsung. I mean, okay, dude. Okay, no offense, but
Yeah.
Samsung is a good company, right?
Mm.
But I've never really liked their phones. I don't know why not.
True. Same here. Same
Maybe,
here. Same
maybe.
here.
Okay,
I would never. I
I'm not
probably wouldn't use a Samsung phone because I don't like the interface. They have changed a lot now, but
exactly. They've changed a lot. Maybe I should give it a try again.
yeah,
But I mean, I haven't used the recent ones. But I mean, I don't like Samsung phones, man.
the buttons
So
are different.
I actually like the button. It doesn't feel. I
Yeah,
mean, the dude. I have nothing against Android, right? So
yeah.
I used to have an Android phone. It was a Moto G, the
Mm,
original Moto G, and that had a very like stock level
yeah,
Android. And dude, I really loved that phone. Right, the
yeah.
experience was amazing. I mean, it was so smooth, and
Mm,
at that time it was a really. And this phone was also stylish, right? It wasn't like
yeah.
all out there and all that. It's like just
Yeah.
very plain, and it's really nice, right?
Mm,
I mean, Samsung, the newer designs and the screens are amazing, right? I
yeah.
actually like the new design, to be
Mm-hmm.
very honest with you. Like the back with the whole triple
Yeah.
camera, right? Triple camera design, this line and sort of
Yes.
poking out. But I never really liked the experience, the software experience. It was always a bit,
It's like they have a
wonky. I
lot
mean,
of
they're trying to improve. I mean,
freeware in it, like bloated. There's a lot of
exactly.
unnecessary applications in it. This is my biggest complaint against Samsung. And you probably
So
can't
they
delete a
have
lot of
so
these
I mean,
things.
Apple also has stuff like the Stocks app and all that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't advertise, saying use this and all
Yeah.
that, right? It
It doesn't
just,
feel heavy.
I mean,
It
it
feels so
does
it's
sometimes.
there.
It does sometimes. There are instances where Apple does that as well, but I mean, it's not as bad as Samsung and all the other Chinese manufacturers what they do. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
actually, a personal favorite of probably I maybe shouldn't talk about this too much,
Yeah.
but
Go.
a personal favorite brand of mine for phones is Sony.
Mm.
I've been a Sony fanboy for a
I
long
had a
time now.
Sony phone some time ago. It's
Yeah, I
good.
remember
It's
what
good.
Xperia. What was it?
Yes,
I can't remember now.
I can't remember the model now. It was good. The only complaint is they don't have frequent software updates. Like they don't give
Yeah,
updates
yeah,
that frequently. This is why, like right now, I have a Pixel, and this
yeah,
is like the
yeah.
perfect phone for me at the moment. They like
So
get instant security updates and OS updates.
exactly. So that was a massive problem for Samsung as well, right?
Yeah,
I mean, back in the day, Samsung had the same problem, but they're fixing it now. So they
yeah,
are
yeah.
promising to support the phone up to 4 years, 4 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken,
I think so. And Google is also
going
changing
forward.
Android in a way that you don't have to push the whole OS out at once. You
Right.
can put modules out. I don't know exactly when the change is going to finalize, but they're doing the changes right now, so they can push modules
Uh-huh.
out rather than updating the whole OS, and that will make it easier for other companies to have their UI at the same point and push
Right.
modules beneath in that sense.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Dude,
Uh,
I mean, I'd love to see Android, I mean, being very user friendly and all that, right? It's more
the only
competition, the
reason I'm
better.
not shifting to, let's say, Apple is because of the freedom to do different things with the phone. Like for an example, you can install
Mm.
applications outside of the Play Store or whatever,
Mm. Mm.
and don't
Mm.
have that unless you jailbreak. Is that the term? Your
Yeah,
iPhone.
you have to
Yeah,
jailbreak it. Yeah.
yeah. So for this, you can install any application outside of the Play Store if you want, and you have the right to do it. This is probably the only reason that I'm not shifting right now. Because back in the days, I used to do a lot of experimenting with my phone, like install different OS,
Mm.
root it, and all that shit. But now I'm not. I don't have the time, or I'm not that interested in doing these things. But I need to install applications outside the Play Store because there's stuff that I want
Right.
which are not Google friendly. No, no,
Are you
no,
into any legal stuff? Oh
no.
my God,
No,
man, dude.
not
Why should
illegal,
I?
but basically like ad blocking applications. I have a YouTube application.
Ah, right,
I think
right,
I
right.
told you, a YouTube and an Instagram application which completely blocks ads, and I don't have.
Box ads?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's like.
Like it's
So
like
yeah, actually, okay, you're right in saying that. I mean, you can bring in outside apps, right? So it's very configurable. So
mm,
you lose that. The cost of that is right. Now I've noticed. So my wife has a Samsung phone, right, and
mm,
it has a pretty decent camera, right, on
mm,
its own, right. If you compare the two cameras, so
mm.
with my iPhone, it's very very comparable, right. But whenever she takes a video or something from Instagram, right, the quality drops massively. Like there's a massive quality drop, right. uh, I don't. So it's apparently the reason is like some other like uh, in some other phones which is not properly optimized. The app is using a screen record of the camera feed and not directly connecting with the
Oh,
camera.
why?
I mean, I read
I've heard
something
about
like
this
that,
as well. I can't remember where, but I heard
right?
about this somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I also can't remember where. Oh my god, we should like. This is like a totally random topic we were
Yeah.
prepared for, but yeah. Uh, so what the iPhone allows is like, dude, it's like this, right? So for any app developer, right? Uh, the iPhone has what maximum of 8 models out per year,
Mm-hmm.
active models, right? So they would only need, so app developers only need to account for those 8 or 10 models. I say 10
Yeah,
models,
yeah,
right? Do you know how many Android phones come out
yeah.
per year?
Probably thousands.
Exactly, the numbers in thousands, man. So I mean, app developers aren't gonna give a shit about
Yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah.
thousand phones, right? They're not gonna
But I think
worry about
we
that.
they probably have they probably focus on the higher end models because let's say
Exactly, exactly.
my phone right now, the Pixel, it actually the photo actually looks better after they capture it, or the video
Yeah.
looks better after
So
they capture it.
the Pixel. So yeah, exactly. So for higher end phones, that's there, right?
Mm.
So, but I'm talking about like the mid range
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
phones
yeah.
that
Mm, mm,
most
mm.
people buy, right? The high sellers, they don't really have that optimization.
Yeah,
But if you buy like a mid range iPhone, you still have that
yeah.
optimization. You're getting the best quality
Mm,
possible,
mm, mm.
even in if you're in an app.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
So
these are trade-offs. I mean, if you have
trade
the
offs, right?
money to get an iPhone, then you probably have the money to get a high-end Android as well. So for
Mhm.
people who have this level of cash,
So
they have.
so dude, like I a massive fan. Do you watch this? There's a guy called Mr. Who's the Boss.
No, no, no.
uh, Mr. Who. So yeah, he did a video of this actually. It's he was testing the voice note feature, right?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, he does an experiment and all that. We can probably link the video
Yeah.
for that below. He does a test uh, where he sends a voice clip. I'm not sure what the app was. I think it was WhatsApp. Sends a voice clip from an Android phone in WhatsApp and an Apple phone, and the quality difference is massive,
Mm.
right? It's massively different, right.
Uh,
And I
hardware.
mean, he after that he sort of switches to, no, that's really, it's nothing to do with hardware, man. it's
Ah,
it's probably
okay.
the same hardware. It's just that the access level that a software is given in an Android phone versus an Apple phone is different.
This
right?
is this
Since
is why
the
this is why they have I don't know whether you tried, like when you in an Android phone, it's similar to jailbreaking. When you root an Android phone, and when you put like modded OS, different version of the OS, they sometimes give tools which have higher levels of access to hardware. So here, probably I haven't tried these things, but when you go to XDA developers, this website regarding phones, and there is a lot of developers, not people working in the companies itself, but just random developers. They develop OS and applications which have root level access to Android phones, and
right.
even camera applications, they create different versions of it with root level access. Probably these things have better quality or better processing because they code it to a specific phone, a specific OS, and they have like root level access to the hardware. Maybe these things have the same effect as an iPhone. Maybe I haven't tried, but I've seen a lot of applications like this on XDA developers.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably correct. I mean, it's just that it's like this. It's not. It's not that it's not there, right? It's not even app developer. I don't think you need to root the phone necessarily. If the app developer puts in the effort, you can do it. But it's just not practical for them to put in the effort for like thousands of phone, right? So that's why they, even in Android phones, they're probably for the flagships, maybe for the Samsung flagships, and maybe some of the not Huawei right now, but some of the other flagships, maybe the OnePlus and all that, maybe of course the Pixel. All those guys will get this, but not the rest of the guys, because I mean, what's the point, right? I mean, you can't really expect a guy to have. So most of the, even like most, that's why, so that's another reason why you see all these like Samsung Twitter accounts tweeting from an iPhone, right? The reason for that is it's simply the app experience on the iPhone is better, right? You can capture better video. I mean, it's just so much better, right? It's optimized for that small thing. I mean, it's restricted. It's restricted. That's true. You can't do a lot of customization. You can't, like, there's a limited customization that you can do. But I mean, you trade that off and you get this whole sort of root
what you
access
get
to
is
everything.
for sure the best that they can give. That's
exactly
the thing that you can. Yeah, so I mean that's the trade-off. I mean we went on a lot of random discussions.
That's like a massive tangent.
Starting from Google. I don't know how we even got here, but let's move on to the next
if
topic.
we rewind this.
Yeah.
How much time is that? I mean, what's the time right now? I don't know.
Probably don't have a lot of time, but it's okay. Let's go with the next topic, and then we can let it finish normally. So just to conclude the previous topic that we were talking about Google and them phasing out third-party cookies and introducing something that puts you into a group of people rather than individually being tracked for advertisement.
Right.
And at the end, probably what they're looking for is to have an edge at the right now. This is my personal opinion to close it. Like from my side, I believe that what they're doing here is to gain an edge, like a competitive edge at this moment, by introducing this through their browser. So they have the biggest share of the web browsing market right now, and every other ad competitor, ad revenue generating competitor, has to adjust to this after Google introduces it as the standard. So they will gain an edge, and at least for some time, by introducing this technology. And I believe this is something that they're looking in terms of a focus for them. Any opinions?
And we ended up talking about. We ended up talking about Apple versus.
Yeah, it's okay.
I hope our viewers don't get bored and they're like, "Oh, what the hell are these guys talking about?"
Yeah, I'm anyway putting chapters on the video, so if they want to,
right, so they can skip.
Yeah, they will see how the different topics, and they can skip it anyway. So Santik, we can go ahead with the next topic that you wanted to discuss about regarding.
Right, the credit cards, right?
Yeah.
Right. So when I say credit cards, I mean, you guys, you probably use so apps like Uber, PickMe on a daily basis, right? Probably maybe not on a daily basis right now because of the whole COVID thing. You don't get to travel as much, but you probably did that one time. So I mean, we've all had that experience where you don't really have cash in hand and you want to put your card as the payment option, and you get the call from the driver, Mahatya, cash the card, right? Or Mahatya or Nona, okay, that's not be sexist. But I mean, you get that call right in the end, and they're like, and they cut the call and they cancel the ride, right? You're frustrated. I mean, that's probably
that's actually better.
You get pissed off, and you're like, yeah, okay. Sometimes some guys, they come close and they ask you personally whether it's cash or card, and they bloody bugger off, right? That's even more annoying. But I mean, it's like this, right? There are always two sides of the coin. I mean, we get pissed off and we're like probably scolding that bugger, or and all that stuff. Right? But I mean, you have to look at it from their side as well, right? So I think there's a so I had a I mean, when I get an Uber guy who's like willing to take me on a card, this thing I just have a chat with them, right? I mean, I ask about this. What's the issue, right? Why don't you guys do it, right? And the main reason that they say is, once you get it, right? Once you finish the ride, for you to get the payment, it takes about 2 weeks. Right? There's about a 2-week delay. There's about a 2-week delay for you to get the payment, right? So I mean, for someone who's used to doing a job a month and expecting a monthly salary, that is fine, right? I mean, if you're used to that, if you're someone who's used to that, then your whole schedule, your life is built around that essentially, right? But for someone whose life has been built around getting that daily wage and sort of I mean, paying off your lease, buying your kids something, buying your wife something, and probably having a shot on the side on a Friday. I mean, you have to do all that, right? So I mean, you have to cover that. So you're trying to force people who are used to like a daily routine into like a weekly or monthly routine, right? So that's where the mismatch is, in my opinion. And I mean, it's I mean, okay, it's like this, right? Most of the drivers that I've spoken to, they are doing this part-time, right? And if you're doing it part-time, you wouldn't want to wait like 2 weeks or 3 weeks for you to get the cash, because I mean, you're not spending too much time on effort on this, right? And you sort of expect a return quite quickly, right? That mentality is always there, right? So I mean, that's my argument is that's why the drivers are sort of up and about it, and that's why they don't like accepting.
I also noticed this like myself, but it came as a surprise for me actually when I came back to Sri Lanka this year. 2 years ago, maybe. I left Sri Lanka to go to Sweden in 2018, and before that I was working here, I was studying here. And when Uber came initially, I don't think we had this problem at that point of the time. Initially, when Uber initially came with not three-wheelers, just normal cars and cabs, cars and vans, let's say. I can't remember having this issue of people asking for cash transactions. I usually paid by card that time also. I had my card because it was the easier thing to do. You don't need to worry about change. You need to worry about like handling current paper. It was easy back then as well. So I usually used card payment few years ago as well. It was, they said, 3 years ago. So this came to me as a surprise when I noticed this this January, let's say. I initially noticed this when I finished my quarantine and I had to take a cab to, let's say, come back home. And this guy asked me, there was a car. This guy asked me whether it was cash or card. I mean, I got into the car after we started the ride. So this guy like,
that happens,
and he started ranting about like how he thought it was a cash ride. It was a long distance trip for him, so that also it was.
So I mean, that's. I mean, okay. I actually don't. I mean, okay. You have to give some credit to the people who just like cash or card. I mean, if you say cash, they just
Yeah,
bugger off, right? I hate the people who sort of get you and sort of try to guilt trip you into changing it
yeah,
to a cash payment. I mean, dude, what
yes.
kind of
Like
logic is that, right? I mean, if you don't want it, just
I
don't do it,
actually did
man.
it
Don't
at
try
that
to
point. I actually
harass
did
them.
it.
Right?
I but the thing is, I didn't cancel on my side. I asked him to cancel because I didn't want to uh, spend an
Yeah.
extra fee for it. So I asked him to cancel, and then he canceled the trip from his side, and I paid him with cash when I got back. At that point, I couldn't remember
Yeah.
the pin number for my card also, so I couldn't go to an ATM and get cash. I didn't have any cash in my hand when I came to Sri Lanka. Zero.
Oh shit.
So I couldn't go to an ATM because I didn't remember my PIN number. I reset it recently, and I called my parents and asked them to have cash ready so that I can give it to the guy like when I get to the house. So this is what I did. This was the first time I got this,
Wow.
and then you will see it massively with three wheelers. This is for sure because these guys, like there was this guy like we ordered
Mm-hmm.
through again
Mm-hmm.
to pay by card, and he came, and then after he got in, he was like, then they see what the payment method is. Only when they start the trip, they see what the payment method is, and then this guy started ranting, oh,
Mm-hmm.
we don't even we get this money 2 weeks later. It's not good enough. It's too late for us, and all so many
Yeah, I mean,
complaints.
dude, that's the reason, right? So it's like this, right? Now, that's why I told you it's about routine, right? So probably when Uber sort of started off, uh, I don't know, right? I'm not an expert on taxi services or anything, but uh, taxi drivers would have been paid on a monthly basis, right? And maybe with the commission or some sort of payment structure like that, right? So still they are used to a monthly routine, right? Any driver
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily pay on I mean any permanent level driver you would
Mhm.
pay on a this thing basis, right? So I think firstly these guys wanted to attract that set of people, and I mean they were used to car payment and they had probably no issue accepting to payments 2 weeks later, right? And that would have
Mhm.
been an issue. But when this whole part-time crowd comes in, and with the
Mm.
three-wheel drivers coming in, I mean they are running a daily
Mm.
daily cycle, right? And I mean they need the cash. I think all the things are mapped to that. May not be the correct thing, that's a different
Yeah, yeah,
argument, right? So
this is what we
not correct. I mean you can't say really correct or wrong, but probably you can probably improve it a bit. But I mean that's the reason, right? That's essentially the reason. So I mean that there is a mismatch, right? And no one is willing to fix this mismatch.
Mhm.
I mean
It's
the companies. So when I try to, I did a bit of research on why you really can't I mean shorten this. I think PickMe is a bit the payment time is a bit shorter, but it still takes a few days, right?
mm.
So I think it's something to do with the whole banking system as well, where you can't reverse a
Mm.
transaction
Okay.
if it's like a false transaction, and there are certain
and
things, there's
and
a
with Uber it
time
goes
period you need to.
through a lot of foreign
Oh,
transactions, so it's not local.
exactly,
There's
exactly,
probably a lot of restrictions there as well. With
exactly, exactly,
Pickme, they have
exactly,
it easy because it's local.
exactly.
um,
Yeah, that's probably why one reason they can probably give the cash a bit faster. But I mean, okay, one maybe way of solving this is probably have a like a electronic wallet,
mhm.
where it's like something like Freeme or
Mhm.
Solo or those sort of apps, right? I mean, where you directly pay the guy with Freeme, right? So he
Yeah, yeah.
actually gets the cash. I mean, you can go to him and pull out the
Mhm.
cash, right? That sort of system. But I'm not sure why that's not happening. Maybe the transaction charge is a bit higher. I don't know.
I'm
I
not
mean, that's probably a good alternative rather
Mhm.
than going for a
Yeah,
credit
yeah,
card, because I mean, it's still sort of the same thing. It's just
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
may-
This I think a lot of people don't know about this. Most drivers don't know that they can
yeah,
have a QR code with like a bank app, and even a lot of general public, they don't also know about this. It's only I don't know, a very small percentage of people in Sri Lanka know that they have
no
this.
one. I mean, Yeah.
That's the problem. It's
No one probably knows about Lanka QR and all that, right?
yes, exactly. Even I got to know this, that they have it like recently, so after I came back. So I knew that wallets
So
were there,
it's like
but
this, right? I mean, the other issue is, yeah. So the other issue is, sorry, I think there's a bit of a delay.
Mhm.
The other issue is, most of the time when we go to pay with like a electronic wallet, right? What happens is they'll be like, I mean, the phone doesn't work, or some something like that, or phone is with the boss or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So because you get a notification to the phone that the payment is confirmed, right? I mean, you need to the store needs to invest on that a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and usually, I mean, it's like this, right? The reason you would invest on that is to attract customers,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? That's the whole premise, right? I mean, that's the whole logic for companies, like that was the whole logic for companies like
Mm-hmm.
Visa and Mastercard to go say, okay, you need to pay 2% commission on every transaction,
Mm.
right? Because you're going to get a lot more customers, right? And we want some of that, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, massive amounts of cash. That was the whole logic, right?
yeah, yeah,
But now, I mean, you haven't really built up the customer base, and if a lot of people aren't coming in, it doesn't really make sense for you to keep maintaining that payment method, right?
I
It doesn't
feel
really make
this
sense.
this
It's
kind
just
of
it's
uh, this
additional
kind
cost.
of step would be the first step to take, rather than directly pushing people to earn a monthly salary. And I personally believe that the daily
Exactly.
salary mindset is also not something good for the future in terms of like a
Yeah,
working culture.
it's a bit too. I mean, it's a very chill. I mean, it's a very day to day. It's a day to day living sort of thing, right?
Mm.
I mean, it most of these most of the three wheel guys I speak to, they were. I mean, their argument is like, I mean, rather than doing a job for someone else,
Mm.
they're independent,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, that's most of the. I mean, like about 90% of the people I speak to, that's what the
Mm-hmm.
argument is, right? But I mean, you have to understand what you lose as well, right? You get that independence, you can do whatever you want, but if you're too chilled out and if you don't
Yeah.
really meet any targets, or if you don't set
Mm.
yourself any targets, you're just gonna be stagnant,
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna grow or that thing. So when you're in a company, even if you're a lazy bugger, the company will set goals for you and you'll at least improve to some level,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or if you don't improve, you get fired, but that's a different thing. But I mean, there is at least some growth, right? Unless the company is taking advantage of you. But yeah, that's a whole different thing. But
It's
I mean, generally, I'm speaking.
it's just that, especially three wheelers, it's not a good how to say, a job to get into right now in Sri Lanka, because it's oversaturated. Like the number of people driving three wheelers, I
Mhm.
remember, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe, there were over 1 million three
Mhm.
wheelers actively running in Sri Lanka at that point.
Mhm.
So imagine,
Mhm.
probably like a huge percentage of traffic within the country is made by these three wheelers. So
Mhm.
it's again like, for people
So
getting into a job,
yeah.
they obviously see this as an easy option. I feel it's an easy option. It's not a very huge
Yes,
investment.
it is right. I mean, you're allowed to get the license.
Yeah.
It's not a massive investment, and you get. The thing is, at that age, like most of these guys start driving it at a
Yeah.
very young age, right?
Hmm.
And at that age, you don't have a lot of expenditure,
Hmm.
right? uh, and technically you're supposed to save some money, but I mean, you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
do that.
It
That age, no one
that
will, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
yeah,
if I
true.
was
The
given
the thing is,
that freedom, I would have just spent everything.
I don't want to criticize them, as not everyone does it, but most of them, even if they grow older, they don't change their mindset of this, spending on the day, like earning on the day and spending everything on the same day. Most of them don't change. There
Mhm,
are definitely
mhm,
people who understand and change, but majority don't. And this
mhm,
is it's
mhm,
not the problem. Why I mentioned this is a problem is, it doesn't just stay in this area. Most of the industries in Sri Lanka, where there are people who are working on a daily basis, they the industry itself is stagnating, because people are not able to wait for a period to get their salary, or because of these. For an example, it can, and a lot of performance is also reduced. For an example, let's say in construction areas, a lot of people are working on a per day salary. Buses are working on a per day salary. A lot of bus conductors and drivers are working on a per day salary. And these areas, you see a lot of lack of productivity, a lot of corruption, because there's this fixed like per day salary. This is my belief, this is my understanding of this. If you want to build a house, you can either give it to, let's say, a construction company that will build it for you. That's one option. Or else you can bring people who work per day, and you have to pay them per day. And obviously giving to a construction company will be more expensive, and bringing people in be cheaper. Still, it from the people that I've seen, from
But
what
the
I've
thing
heard,
is, they can leave after 2 days, right?
and they
That's the
sometimes
thing. I mean,
lag. They sometimes stretch their work so that they can come in more days, and they get more salary. This is that what they do. Even buses, the problem that we can't, the reason why we can't shift to cards to pay for transportation is mainly because they lose their daily income, and the extra money that they get through, the change in buses. I remember, like, they were planning to implement this card transportation system for buses probably 5-6 years ago. I think Dialog was trying to push it in, and then they completely failed to implement it, because the bus drivers and the conductors, they move against this because they lose their income through whatever this. And so this is something that I noticed, and probably one of the reasons I feel that they have to change their mindset on this. Also, I was when I remember that you were going to when we were preparing to talk about this topic, I got this website that I wanted to share with you. That let me show it. Yeah. So this, I hope you can see.
Okay, sharing. Yeah, so my network isn't the best, Nilanka. Let's see. I think that's why there's a bit of a delay as well. Let's see how this works out. Oh, median income by country. Okay.
Yeah. So just to show you data of the two countries that I've been in right now, in this first tab, you can see that Sri Lanka, if there might be a delay for you to get this information, but has a median household income of $3,242.
Right.
And then Sweden, it's $50,514 median household income. Yeah.
It's more than 10 times.
Yeah. So the next thing that we have to look is comparing the cost of living. There's another website to do that as well. And what I can see here is, obviously Sweden has a lot of areas that the cost of living is massively different. But there are areas which it is very close by as well. For an example, the first thing that I see, you can see milk. The price of milk is almost the same in these two countries per liter. And
Okay.
and even there are certain other things that like the price of cheese is actually cheese is more expensive in Sri Lanka than in Sweden.
But cheese may not be the best metric, I guess.
Yeah. But when you look into transportation, this is where it gets hugely different. Most like in terms of transportation cost, not the price of a car, but the transportation cost, massively different. And something that I feel is I honestly felt that the transportation industry, like the people involved in transportation in Sri Lanka, they don't get paid enough compared to most other countries, the service that they provide. I know that, yes, it's good for the customers when it's cheaper, but for an example, an Uber ride for 1 kilometer would cost us 150 maybe in Sri Lanka. And in Sweden, the minimum cost for an Uber ride is 100 SEK. That's like 2,000 rupees. Even 1 kilometer, you have to pay 2,000 rupees. for a kilometer.
2,000.
Yes,
Oh my
2,000 rupees. Yeah.
God, dude.
So it's obviously the cost of living is higher
Wow,
there. So
okay.
and they have this value of HR. They pay a lot for people. If people are involved, the salaries are much higher in Sweden. The costs of things are much higher if people are involved. So that's there. So you see the
Right.
comparison, and obviously people who are driving there, they have the incentive of, even if they drive, they get a very good income by driving, and obviously they can live off it pretty well. Compared to that, Sri Lanka has a very low income for driving, and I feel this also should change, but again, not something that would change very soon. But I feel this is a problem that's in Sri Lanka. The cost of living is going up, but the salaries aren't going up in most industries in the same level. Yeah, so this is just something that I thought of when we were going to discuss why the people are behaving like this in terms of requesting for cash and not being able to wait for a salary, because it's not worth enough for them to wait for 150 rupees for 2 weeks. That's also a problem.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. You're right. That's probably why.
Yeah, so
Wow. Okay.
we,
Today was a bit. I think we might have gone a bit
we
over
went a
time,
little
but
bit,
yeah.
definitely more than 45 minutes, probably close to 1 hour, because we started, I think, around 1 hour ago. Anyway, then we'll close this discussion. Today we discussed about two topics, about Google and how they are trying to phase out third-party cookies, and then about the complications with Uber and PickMe, and how drivers are not accepting card payments in Sri Lanka, and the reasons behind it. So there might be more reasons behind these things, even though we discussed some. Obviously, some of you might have an better idea about what the reasons behind these are, even if you have talked with people or if you're working in the industry itself. Please let us know in the comments if you have any idea about why these things are happening, or if you have talked to more people about it, about this topic. So we can then close this conversation. We will, Sandeep, is there anything you have to say before we close?
No, I think we're good. Just that hope. I mean, you guys. I mean, I think there's a bit of a delay as well. I hope that's not too distracting
It's
for you
okay.
guys. And yeah, just give us your feedback. It's the proper first episode of our podcast. Let's see how
Yeah.
how the feedback is. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys, for listening to us and watching us if you are watching us on YouTube. So we'll meet you guys the next week again with some different topics. And if you have time, we'll go into some interesting other topics if we have time remaining. Our discussions are quite long usually. So we'll see how it goes. And again, thank you very much. We'll be closing now then. See you guys next week.